Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on, YouTube? Metal Complex here, and welcome to part 2 of my second TSA Confiscated Knives adventure. I recently bought another box, this one 25 pounds. It actually, I think it came in with quite a bit of extra stuff. 25 pounds. So the first video, which was over half an hour long, we looked at a whole bunch of wacky stuff. This is going to be the second half of the first bag, and there are 3. So I'll try and link all the different parts as well as the original series down in the description. I'll probably make a playlist. You can check them out. They're really fun. I'm happy people are enjoying these. It's so fun to see what weird stuff the average person apparently carries into an airport. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Let's go ahead. And by the way, if you're new to my channel, most of the time I'm reviewing really good, high quality knives, which many of the retailers that carry this stuff are linked in the description. So please check those out. Don't waste your money on stuff like this. What do we have? Don't worry, I'm going to put gloves on. Oh, it's a mega pile. Yeah, there was a bunch. Oh, we got some special. I'm always excited to see stuff that's rainbow coated. That's always a good sign. It's always a sign that you're about to see some extremely high quality stuff. We got to get the gauntlets on. Extra protection here. Let's just spread these out just a little bit. And we'll pick up this wacky looking guy. Look at this. Oh, USMC, of course. This is definitely what they carry. This is my favorite type of pocket clip, is the, the diving board. Very good. Of course, tip down. It's the only option. And we have the classic window breaker and seatbelt cutter combination. What's this? Oh, this is official. This is official. Yes, it's part of the actual. This is so silly. Who's buying this like that? I mean, that's what they carry, right? And just in case you weren't convinced, it's also on the blade. What else is on the blade? Oh, M-Tech USA, huh? Made in the USA, huh? This is bold. So it's definitely made in China. Does it have any blade plate? Well, of course it does, because it's terrible. But also, USA design, officially licensed. Officially licensed by USMC? What? Okay. This is made in China. This is nothing. It doesn't mean anything. This is ridiculous. Oh, this is such goofy nonsense. But whoever carried it was proud and probably believed it. What's this? Why was this? Oh, okay. This is a carabiner slash knife slash blade. Eventually, we'll get it out. Oh, yeah, it's got a saw on it. And a flashlight. Do these, anybody watching actually carry stuff like with these little weird little flashlight things on them? Do they actually hold up and work? I very much doubt that this one does. This one doesn't even want to, like, come out. I honestly can't even get it out. I'm going to have to take the... So defeats the whole purpose of the gloves if I have to, remove them. But I don't want to slip. I don't want to slip and hurt myself, so I'm not going to. Because this looks pretty, questionable there. But the flashlight does not want to deploy. It doesn't want to be used. So we won't actually be able to tell if it's a usable thing, or if it ever, if it actually served its purpose. This is bad. I'm actually irritated by this. I'm actually offended on behalf of, people who are legitimate. Like this, I find this to be a terrible thing. So I'm going to put that right there. Is that a tiny little ballast song? Oh my gosh, I know you guys have seen that. You guys caught that before me. So this is bad. This is just kind of the meh pile. The fun stuff and the good stuff will go up here. The terrible stuff goes down here. We have to look at the tiny ballast song. Is it a real one, or is it like a mini trainer? Interesting. What do we have? Hard to pick that thing up. Ooh, it's got a real blade in it. Whoever lost this was legitimately bummed out. So this doesn't appear to be made with any specific, level of quality. In fact, it's kind of, it's got some very distinct and very questionable play. But what does it say? Almost certainly China on there. I'm going to put this in the fun/good pile because it is just kind of fun. It's a little keychain ballast song. Probably not something that anybody really would, try to do any real harm with. It's just kind of a fun little fidgety thing. And so I'm going to put that up here. Obviously, it has to be in camera. And then, wouldn't you know it, the distinct, that's so, like, the officially licensed one, that's so crazy that it's almost exactly the same profile and positioning. In fact, it's very, very clearly almost exactly the same knife outside of just a couple of body line changes. But that Smith & Wesson Black Tactical Extreme Ops something or other Tanto, that is exactly what this is. Or whatever company, makes them and then just prints different whatever, changes the material from steel to rubber, whatever. Well, why is this here? What purpose does this little tube serve? Was that on purpose, or did I just make it in there? Interesting. So this is just classic cookie cutter. Why won't this come off? Gross. Cookie cutter, straightforward bad, right? Black Tanto serrated. It is manual. It has kind of a detent. Can I deploy it in the gauntlets? Not really. It's just a little bit too tight. Can you use the flipper tab? No. Again, it's too tight. There's not enough detent, right? So this is set up. This is why you got those freaking Jerry's or stands or whatever I call them. The guys who think that is the proper way to deploy a knife. More quality Browning equipment. Again, the seatbelt cutter, and not a glass breaker, but some sort of, looks like a little dig thing, pry bar thing, or a little, it's not really anything. I'm not sure what specifically you would use that for. We have some fun, it looks like it's going to be textured, but it's not. It looks like it might be carbon fiber, but it's not. And then we have a smoky gray recurve blade, obviously clearly made by the Browning company themselves, and definitely not some random Chinese OEM that makes pretty much everybody's crap. Yeah, no, definitely specific to Browning. Definitely something that you should take pride in. We have a pocket clip that, again, I see all the time. This is a very, very typical pocket clip, and though, realistically, it's just got a little side to, actually it's got quite a bit of side to side, but it's locking up. It's not terrible. It's not anything special, right? It's not anything stand out. What's this right here? We got Saber. I'm pretty, like, sometimes you guys who, I lost my thumb. That's the thing that came off there, was the thumb piece. I'm probably going to lose this one too. Some of you guys who are much more into, like, the less expensive slip joints, you're way more familiar with these brands than I am. I cannot get this out. So you'll have to tell me. I feel like I've seen this brand before. This thing's been very, very well loved. I know you guys are going to get mad at me for, this might actually be made in the USA. It says Saber USA. That might actually be real. I don't know. But I don't know. You'll have to tell me exactly where Saber knives are made. I'm going to put that, because there's not really anything wrong with that. It's just very old. I'm going to put that up here in the good pile. So that's kind of interesting if it really is a U.S. man. If that's legitimate, I'm kind of, shocked that wasn't picked through. What is this? This is something that was won at a carnival. Almost certainly. Just weird. What does this say? Oh, roster. So you guys really got on me for this. So many people, the very first video I did, so many people, how do you not know Rossfrius? How do you not know? Because it's the same way that anybody learns anything, right? I've never heard this word before. As many knives as I've handled, exactly none modern pocket knives that have made it across my table have had this word. I don't remember ever seeing this word as a kid, and if I did, it didn't register. So the first time that I saw that word, and it registered in my brain that it was a word that I had not recognized, was the first time that I did a video on these random TSA confiscated knives. And I say a lot of people, about 15 people took personal offense that I didn't know what this word means. But now I do. It's a German for, I don't know, honestly, I can't remember. Was it German for stainless steel, or it's a type of German steel or something like that? Not something that we see on a lot of knives that I review. A lot of the modern, anywhere from the budget companies all the way up to the premium companies or the custom knife makers do not seem to bother with whatever this is. So, an interesting thing that I have learned. Oh, look at that, special. Yeah, it's very... It has a hard time getting back in there. That's pretty bad. Craftsman. So this is it's like a utility blade. Oh, it's locked, right? So you have to pull down to get that to deploy. And then do you have to pull down on it to release the liner lock? No, you do not. So it's only a closed position lock. It cannot be deployed unless you release it. But it does not lock it at all in the open position. What a weird... These utility, like, knives, like these lock and unlock for deployment is so strange to me. That all that does is just slow the user down. That is such a non-utilitarian feature. I mean, it's not much of a problem. It's just such an unnecessary extra step. It would make more sense if it assisted the liner lock in some way in the open position. That's just stupid. What's this? Rainbow guy. Kind of looks like the Fairbairn Applegate, the little one that was, oh God, what an abomination. What does this say? Right edge. And then what do we have here? Stainless china. That is so ugly. That's such a weird place. Like they put it here and they're like, yeah, I mean, and it does assist there, but what a goofy place to put that flipper tab. These rainbow things, you know, there's as people pointed out, Kershaw has a couple of like, you know, decent quality lower end rainbow knives. But like most of them are garbage. We actually have another one here that's rainbow with some tape on it. I think what I'm going to do is use this rainbow blade to remove the tape from the other rainbow blade so that we can actually see, because it looks like there's some, beautiful ruby rose. Oh, and heart. It's Sailor Moon pocket knife. What? Hold on. I can't get this garbage off of here. Oh, love. It's just pink. Pink bubble hearts. Oh, this is just lovely. What a lovely, lovely knife. Such an ironic thing, because here's the thing. This type of stuff is purchased by people, usually adult children, who cannot see pocket knives as anything but weapons. So somebody bought this. Not the only reason to buy this is to just appreciate the irony and the crappy build quality, right? Somebody bought this and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm all about like hearts and rainbows and stuff like that. But also like, don't get in my way because I might stab you. Like that's the kind of person who bought this. Basically an idiot bought this. And I find it so ironic, you know, that this type of stuff is marketed, like the whole love and, you know, beauty and all of that. And this thing is far more likely to end up in the hands of somebody who's going to use it as a weapon. This knife is so funny to me. Rose and gem and magical. Is there a gem on this side? We have to find out. Let's just kind of move that out of the way. I'm really curious if this has been this tape, like this TSA tape that's just only on some knives. No. So that's over here is the pivot head, right? So that's why that is there. This knife bothers me because it's not just it's real, like this is irritating on so many levels. The bubblegum pink hearts are, oh my God, the pocket clip says love. I hate it. I hate that. That's going to end up in a thumbnail. That's 100%. It's going to end up in a thumbnail with red. Oh, that's where my the thumb piece went for my gauntlet. I'll just put that over to the side. What's this? Oh, this is a weird one. Oh, what's that? Is that a button? Oh, it's got the thing in there. Oh, it's a flint, secret flint compartment. It's a miracle that the person who owned this. What is ugly knife? There was another thing. Oh, it had another tool. Is it here? It had this had another thing that went on the other side. And the person who, this is why designs like this are stupid. Because you're, oh my gosh. No, seriously, almost no detent. This is such a stupid, dangerous object. And people will buy these like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like I've got my flint and whatever was in here. Who knows, right? I have no idea what could have been in there. But they buy them thinking like this is obviously a inexpensive and super utilitarian object. It's just an object with things that come off of it that you can lose, and what you're left with is a thing that's honestly much more likely to deploy in your pocket and is not ergonomic at all. This is such an uncomfortable atrocity. This is a war crime. Whoever came up with this is awful. There's a bottle opener right there. Tip down. Once again, seatbelt cutter, glass breaker. Gotta have those. Bad. Hate it. Stupid. What we got here? Winchester and camo. The fact that this was not lost immediately in the grass is amazing to me. But just simple liner lock. Honestly, pretty solid, that one. That's not bad. Not special. It's not good enough for the special. What is this? Ooh, cat claw knuck thing. Oh, how fun and stupid. How fun. It's adorable that someone carried this. Like, you never know, man. I might have to use it. I might have to punch him with my weird Pink Panther knuck. If I can get my fingers in there. And then watch out, because it's got a cat's claw in the end. Watch out. Stab you with my weird rusty tetanus blade. 1045 surgical. Limited edition. Made by Tiger USA. Manufactured in China. They were really trying with that US. How do I even get at this liner lock there? I mean, it's not going to happen in gauntlets. Not at all. I'm going to have to figure something else out for my glove game here, but this is funny. It's terrible. It's so bad. But it's also kind of, I don't know, I kind of hate it for the same reason that I hate this bubblegum Joy Love but also might stab you knife, you know. I kind of hate it for the same reason, because it's 100% designed as a weapon, but it's far more likely, you are far more likely to injure yourself as the owner of this than you are to do anything to anybody else. Like, you know, I would say just give them your purse. Don't get this out. Just give them your purse, because either way, you're losing your purse, but one of the outcomes is that you don't have to go to the hospital for stitches, you know, because of a wound that you gave yourself. Awful. Is this got, oh, now hold on a second here. Is this, feels pretty cheap. It's deer, right? Looks like it was, I think it's made to look like this was done by hand, but it obviously isn't. Let's get the blade out there. Oh, now hold on a second. Saber stainless. Oh no, but it's China. See, that's why I'm questioning Saber. Is this an authentic U.S. Saber? And who is Saber? And so this is a China Saber, and it's very light. This feels like plastic and very light. Sorry, I had to restart the camera there. Sorry if there's some camera errors in this video. I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyways, kind of an interesting finish there on the blade, but outside of that, nothing really special. It's not necessarily bad. Does it have lockup issues? Not really. I mean, it's not bad. It's just nothing super special going on there. This design we've seen multiple times. It's always made by a different company. Well, this is the one that was like kind of gross and hairy in one video, and one was made by Browning. Who makes this one, or whose name is on this one? Remco. And this is Dakota Stainless. Dakota Stainless Steel. Man, that's high quality. Obviously, this person has been cutting chunks of basically Pringles that have been soaked in some sort of liquid, and then this person's been cutting them like a Pringles cake. China. Well, yeah, obviously. So, yes, once again, we have the diving board pocket clip in a terrible position, and it's a terrible shape, right? So, does this one lock up? Yes, it does. Does it have blade play? In every direction, you bet. These are just bad. Another sort of Gerber paraframey sort of knife with an awful, basically non-existent detent. It's just the lock bar's too tight, and the lock bar's all the way over. It's running on phosphor bronze, though. That's kind of interesting. Who made this knife? GK20, okay, and then nothing. We have no company wants to claim this knife. Of course, it is tipped down. Minimal blade play. It doesn't have a very good detent, but it's not necessarily the worst thing that somebody could have been carrying. This is probably pretty straightforward. This is pink camo. This is the Wilderness through rose-tinted glasses. Oh, it's Browning. Yeah, so this is like, and we also make knives for you ladies, you know. We know you ladies are out there in the thick of it, too. We got knives for you as well. That's stupid. That's stupid. I would think, I'm not going to try and speak for women, but I would think, I would find that irritating. Like, It's not like there are knives and then the knives for women are just pink. Like, it's fine if you like pink, but it's like, buy whatever you want. I find that irritating. It seems like hunting brands specifically are like, now you ladies, now you get on out of the men's section here. You get over here. We got the pink and the purple stuff for you. We know that's basically the only type of stuff you like. So come on over here to the ladies section. Like, that's so dumb. Whatever. You know, not saying necessarily they're limited to that stuff, but just like the hunting gear, like it's always like that. NRA knife, yeah, sure, yeah, definitely. And then China, and it's meant to look like like a gun stock. So dumb. Gun and knife. You like gun? We have knife like gun. Stupid. Little fat spider. Oh, what's going on? This almost feels magnetic. Oh, no. Oh, why? What ails you? Hold on. What's going on? Oh, it's just literally just rubbing that hard on the frame. In that video where they're like, what's the big deal if it's off-centered? Does it even hurt anything? Yeah. In this case, this knife is so off-centered, the freaking cutting edge is getting caught on the frame. Yes. What a weird, goofy little knife. Who makes this? Again, no company wanting to claim their creation. There is all of the blade play in the whole world. So that's very bad. Oh, what's this? Is this... Oh, look how, like, boiled down. Like, you know what? This is what happens when you start with the Dalton arrow. And then some Chinese company copies it. And then some other Chinese company copies that. And then another Chinese company copies that. And then we get to this. That's what this is. This is the arrow or the Cupid or whatever. And then Emtic was like, they copied themselves probably through multiple wings of this. And look at it, even has that center line because the original is a single action OTF, right? And that's, if you have ever messed with single action OTFs, a lot of times that some of these systems that you get from ProTech, or I think it's not Piranha, but it's the Paragon. Like the Para X has the same thing, and the ProTech Dark Angel has the same thing because it has this over here, and you pull down because it's spring loaded, right? If you've never handled a single action OTF, it's always under pressure, not like a dual action. So you pull down here, it resets it, and then there's a spring inside. You push the button, it fires out the front. This is made to look like that. Basically, a knife that is easy to sell to idiots, and we all used to be there. People who don't know any better, who are like, oh, I found the same thing on Amazon. It's only $23.95. And then you get it, and you realize it's not at all that. It's just a stupid side-opening auto that has that same aesthetic. Steel frame, regular clip, glass breaker. Well, I'm guaranteed this says more about USA. Stainless steel USA design, but made in China. Just shameful. And no indication whatsoever of where it's actually made, which is definitely China. This is another one of those jimping everywhere. Oh, no tip. Smith & Wesson knives are good. You know what you're talking about, Metal Complex. Smith & Wesson makes a good knife. It's actually them making it. Smith and Wesson, both of them, they both sit there and make really good knives. Nope, generic China pocket clip. And once again, they are not, it's part of the Extreme Ops line, which again is factually made in China. But they are not willing to put that on the blade. No, not at all. So that's good. There's a lot of pocket knives that are making me upset in this one. Little cleavery guy. Is it actually? Yeah. It's a little slip joint cleaver. That one's kind of fun. I kind of like that one. That's a fun little guy. Not very useful, I don't think. It's just a little bit too small, but I'm still going to put it over here in the fun pile. Another one of these weird green things. What did I say this? This was, there's Spyderco, and then there's bird, and then below bird there's pheasant. And this would be part of their pheasant line. Oh, that is wonderful when you can get a full rotation on that blade play. Yikes. Green thing. What are you? You are War Tech. Wow, but solid. No, I'm sorry. I lied. Left and right blade play. And then just a lot of green. Aggressive. What does this say? There's a secret message? Scent something. Interesting. Very questionable metal. It does work though. It's a reasonable, it's like kind of not a bad. I mean, like this is all I had. Like it wouldn't be bad, right? We got a few other things that I haven't looked at this stuff yet. Another carabiner knife. These are it's just a blade and carabiner, so nothing there. Keyblade, again, usually nothing special. Can't even get that. Is this going to be another cleaver, or did somebody break the tip off of it? God, that is a tough one to get out there. Oh no, I got it. It was the wrong way. It's a little, I guess, a little package cutter, seatbelt cutter type of thing with poo-poo. It's got just a little bit of poo-poo on the end of it there. And just a few left, but this one here, this almost Emerson-looking knife. Is this a SOG keyblade? SOG is like, we got to get in on that keyblade market, man. Those are selling like hotcakes. We can make a fortune. Funny, we find an actual a SOG in there. Little slip joint or lock back there, pretty straightforward. It has NRA, yeah. Okay, 440 China. They don't want to tell you which of the 440s, just 440. Little red guy, nothing crazy going on here. Does this say Cabela's? Okay. This one here, again, probably nothing. Oh, it's an Ozark Trail. Okay, so these are typically made a little. If you have, I say this in every video. If you're like, you're making fun of this stuff, Metal Complex, but not everybody has like more than $10 to spend on a pocket knife. Okay, if that's actually where you're at, $10. You don't need, you can't, there's no excuse to buy this stuff, this junky Dragon ultra tactical crap. No one has the excuse for this. Okay, if you really are that tight on a budget, I get it. Buy an Ozark Trail. They're made better. And I've got to. There has to be people who are designing these who are actually kind of pocket knife people, who are actually paying attention. Okay, there's a million indications that Ozark Trail is going to be better for $10 versus all this other tactical Dragon nonsense. What's this? Holes. Holy blade. This is called the Jaguar, and it has holes and is stainless. This is most likely imitation bone. Yeah, Winchester. Did I already look at this one? There's another one that looks just like this. Oh my goodness. This is a dedicated peanut butter knife. Yucky. And then this, curious, incredibly light, little Emerson looking. Oh, definitely an Emerson, an attempt to borrow from the Emerson design. It's even got a chisel grind on it. That's so funny. Very lightweight. Pretty solid. Full lockup. 100% lockup. 105% lockup. Up and down play. That's what happens once you reach the end. And then the tactical, disc opener. I don't need to buy an Emerson. I got the same thing. I got the exact same thing for $12 off of Temu. So who's the sucker now? There was a lot of crap in this pile. The most offensive thing in here is this bubblegum idiot knife. Sailor Moon piece of junk. These are kind of fun. This is just, I'm curious about this. And honestly, my favorite thing was the tiny mini balisong. That's it. That was the worst one of these that I have done. That one was hard to get through. There's a lot of guys. It's just, I can't believe some of these people make these choices. This thing. Come on. So bad. All right. Let me know what your favorite was. That's it. This will be probably a 4 or 5 part series. So again, all of the parts and from the previous box, those are all going to be in the description, or at least a link to the playlist. So check those out. That's going to be it for today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.